Alrighty, hi guys. I know I started a little early today. Apologize for that. Hi Rhea on YouTube and hi Pax over on Twitch. Um, yeah, no, I started a little early. My bad. Like I got up here and I had everything and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it just in time. I'm not gonna be late. And I was like, oh, I'm actually early. Whoops. But that's okay. I've got a nice coffee. And we got the page pulled up. Hi, Flaffy, over on Twitch. As if I never talked to you. Yeah, but I hope you guys are doing well this evening. It's been a busy day for me, but so far everything seems to be going decently. Just been busy. Boy, I can't wait to do these backgrounds. I had so much fun on the last one, I just thought to myself, you know what? I should do it all again. I shake my head violently. That means you start 10 minutes late the next stream. Don't encourage that. Don't encourage that because my brain might want to take up on that. I just realized how, like, big this manhole is compared to Lil. It's really funny. It's like, wow, okay. Didn't think she was that tiny. Yeah, but how is everyone today? I know I was kind of a little stir crazy at work and I posted a bunch of memes on the server. Whoops. They were old stuff I did. And I thought, oh, hey, I don't think I have it up on there, so why not? Technically UNC. Even though it's gonna black it out. Yeah, I think it'll be fine if I black it. And as always, if you're lurking, I appreciate you. If you're chatting, I appreciate you. If you got questions for me about characters, if you want to tell me about your characters, if you have questions about my process, I am more than willing to talk about it as much as I can. Or just kind of listen to what you got to say about your own stuff. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out and kind of keeping me going on making sure I'm getting stuff done, because it gets really tough when working, you know, your 9 to 5 and then needing to come home and work on this for like another 6 to 8 hours and then going to bed. Like, that makes it really tough, right? Let's see. Flaffy says, I'm awesome. You are awesome, Flaffy. Rhea says, ooh, Shadow Man. Wavy hands. Pax is saying, doing good? No, I'm not, because I'm redrawing this stupid Isaac doodle for the 15th time because I can't get it right. Angry emoji. I feel that. I feel that all the time. Gets really frustrating. Especially when you're like, oh, I have a deadline on this. Screw me, I guess. Flaffy says, I'm writing some Valentine's Day stuff. Ooh, who you writing Valentine's Day stuff of? Which are your OCs? Angel, hello, welcome in. Rhea says, will you put yourself in the story? I personally do not want to put myself in the story. I have like this love-hate relationship with myself, and like, I personally would not put myself in there, and if I do, I'm killing myself off in the most gruesome way, because I think it would be funny. Like, take that with a grain of salt. I just, like, it's not, I've had people ask me, are you to stick yourself in the background? Because, you know, I did it on the last comic I worked on. I don't mind, like, putting my friends in there. I don't mind putting their OCs in there, just kind of as nods and everything. I don't want to be part of it. Like, I don't mind people adding me in their stuff. That's fine. I don't want to be in my own thing. Does that make sense? Flaffy over here writing the Valentine's Day stuff, and I'm asking, and then Flaffy goes, wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Yeah, I kinda do, but at the same time, like, I hope you're having fun, I say quizzically. I need to, like, work on Valentine's stuff. I say this every year, and I never do it, so, like, you know, you think I would give up by now. I've had some people asking about, like, on the Kickstarter if they could, like, pay money to be a character in the animation and such, and I'm like, I mean, you could in the Kickstarter animation, however, it's just nothing but corpses, so I don't know how many people will actually want to pay for that, right? Like, I'm not the best, animation to want to put your characters in, because I am the type to be like, oh cool, they're fodder for death, let's go. So like, yeah. Flappy says, yeah, I added you in Victor's story as the universe name for the universe your Wassa is located in. Oh, that's funny. That'd actually be kind of a cool universe name, Jax. Pac says, actually, speaking of Valentine's, it is Valentine's piece of Isaac and Axel, his ex. Oh, no! Like, oh no, like, why are you putting them together? Angel over on YouTube says, I won't be able to stay, Jax. My apologies. I have to get my own work done. I'm sorry for not being here today. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you, Angel. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope your work goes well. Ray over here says, I'm getting my friends some chocolate for Valentine's Day. Oh, that's really nice of you. What kind of chocolate are you getting them? Yeah, it's called Universe 1103 JK Ellen. I see that 1103. I squint. I squint. Very, very clever. Very clever. Very clever. It's a ripped up photo. Don't worry. Okay. So long as, like, Isaac's not going back to his ex. Gotta love drawing tiny characters. It's so much fun. Run, Lil. Run for your life. I think she has short hair. Victor spends his Valentine's alone, staring at a photo of his lovely wife. Aww. That's really sweet, but also really sad. So it's that bittersweet, I guess. Rhea, Dove. Oh, Dove chocolate. Nice! I think I did a meme of that with Rufus. To where, it's that meme of standing on the stage being like, I have confirmed that Dove soap does not taste like the chocolate. That is an old one I should redraw. That your in real life name is Dove? I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Flaffy says, Victor spends his Valentine's alone staring at a photo of his... I already read that. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Please put your memes on YouTube. I'm not really sure like how the whole like putting art stuff on YouTube works. Like I've been having all of my buddies that have like their own animations, like Jordan with Port by the Sea and Travis with Dungeon Flippers, and they're like, yeah, go put art on there, and I'm just like, on YouTube? I'm still, it's still ingrained in my head that YouTube is only for like 15-minute videos, not other stuff. So like, even though I sit there like watching hours and hours of like defunct land stuff, so like, I don't know, man. Oh, your in real life name is Lil. That's awesome. In chapter 1, there is this girl named Lil. She has 2 friends, Cyril and Krill. I'm funny with names, so like she would have probably been named Jill, but that is the name of my sister, so I was like, nah, I don't want to name her after my sister. Especially because I'm gonna kill her, and then my sister will be like, did you do that on purpose? I'll be like, no, I didn't. So just to save that headache, I named her Lil. Run, Lil, run! Flappy says, Rufus be the one to say X-Hamster doesn't have hamster. Why did you have me read that out loud? I realized what I said. Please, I'm gonna get myself banned. Please do not look that up. Do not look that up at all. Flappy. If I get banned, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ooh, Flappy. If I get... yeah. No, you're going to the corner today. Oh, if I get in trouble for that. Oh my god. I'm gonna have freaking... Oh my god. I'm gonna have like freaking Yoko going to like be my attorney. Are your schools having a protest against ICE? Good on them. Good on them. Still laughing. You're not wrong, but you're going to get me in trouble. Ugh. My god, it was like all the neurons, like the brain blast from Jimmy Neutron. And like, getting stuck in my head. Chris over on YouTube says, awesome, mine just did a walkout and I participated. Good on ya. Good on ya. Proud of you guys. Yeah. No, that stuff is not okay that they've been doing. So I'm proud of all the protests and like walkouts that have been happening. Pax says, Flappy, you made my day. As a reward, Isaac will live another day. All right, Rhea, thanks for coming by. Rhea says, I'll do a live on it. Nice. Just be careful. That's all I'm asking, is for you to be safe and in a safe spot. Should poof that out. Well, aside from me almost getting banned, how is everyone tonight? I know some of us are working on Valentine's stuff, which is super exciting. Is that next week? I know this month is short, so I guess it is next week, right? That's crazy. Also, don't do what I just did to where I drew the character layer on the background layer. I tend to do that. Don't know why I do it, but I tend to do it. Chris is asking, random question, why was TBATF canceled? Was it online drama or just the fans? Honestly, it was, as we had stated in our post, the reason why we canceled it was we kind of grew out of the fandom. And we wanted to tell our own stories. We wanted to work on our own stuff because when we had started it, like many of us were still in school. So we had like more free time in college to be able to work on it. And then pretty much around like 2020 was when like a lot of us graduated and we started getting like desk jobs and a lot more heavy like 9-to-5 stuff. So pretty much it became more and more on the back burner as we had the job stuff. And then like I was starting thought as my school thesis. And I started having way more fun and way more interest in my own personal project. Ken's has her own project that she is working on and excited for. And Fishy and Allie help the two of us on our stuff. As well as like, I believe Fishy and Allie are also doing live streaming. So we all just kind of, I'm not going to say like grew up because we've always been like adults. But like we decided that we were just kind of like done with Ed's World and we wanted to move on and tell our own stuff because we really like storytelling and there was a lot of limitations with using someone else's IP that we were like, hey, we want to go make our own stuff. So that's pretty much it. That's why we canceled it. We just had like less and less love for it each time and we didn't want to continue a story that was going to feel like a chore to do. But yeah, no, that was pretty much it. Fluffy says, I'm good. I really need to stop dragging my feet and make these designs for the species swap AU. Yeah, they'll be fun to see. Fluffy also says, asterisk me getting my hands on TBATF. I'm gonna write the most bombastic fic from this that the fandom will ever see. I mean, go for it. Pax over on Twitch says, oh yeah, so like, we don't like Axel. Axel broke up with Isaac because he was afraid if people found out Isaac was a demon, he'd have the same fate. But he told him something like, you're too clingy, you're too annoying, never giving him the actual reason. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Not to actually, like, give what the actual reasoning is. Close that, because I don't know why I have a duplicate of that. I probably had a reference for something. Fluffy says, go for it. I already did it, and it's my most popular fic of my career. Thank you for making the comic. Aw. It's all good. I know a lot of people that like the fic, but they also like scream like, hey, if you don't like them, you don't like the comic, here's my stuff you can read instead, and trying to chase that cloud. I know I've seen a bunch of people doing that too. And it's whatever. Like, you can like the story, you cannot like the story. I don't care. Again, it's a fan fiction that I did with some friends because we had fun and we had a headcanon. We had fun. We got to meet, like, you know, Matt and all that, and, you know, a bunch of other friends that we got to meet through it. And then we just kind of, like, it gave us the courage to go and make our own stuff. So I'm grateful for it for that. Also, I probably wouldn't be making a comic right now or an animation if it wasn't for it. Just for the fact of, like, you know, I didn't have the courage to be able to do this stuff. Hey, I did at first, but then I grew to respect you guys, and I told myself, I'm not better than you guys. I mean, again, it's what people do. I'm much more in the mindset of, I prefer to try and uplift creators and such. But you know, everybody's got to get their start somehow. Again, there's already like so much bad stuff in the world. Just more kindness. But I'm glad your fanfic is very, very popular. And again, I don't expect anybody, you know, to, you know, be here following from it. It's always funny when I do find people that were like, I followed you from this comic. And I'm like, neat. This comic is not that comic. It's always funny. And honestly, I'm so excited to be working on Thought. So excited to get this story going. Because I hate coming home from work with all these scenarios in my head. And then, like, having to, like, scramble and write them into a Word doc and be like, cool, I won't see that for years. It sucks. I'm sure you guys understand that, though. Also, people really craved having Vlad, Dick, and Brianna content, and I've been told my fic did fill in for those OC's growth that people did want. Yeah, no, we did really like those OCs. We really liked them, and we really liked that people enjoyed them. Again, Vlad's not in this world, Brianna's not in this world, and Dick is a little different in this world than you will remember seeing in the beginning of The Friend. So, hi Golden, welcome in. How are you today? I'm doing good, and you? I'm getting to draw, getting to hang out with you guys, so, like, I'm having a good old time with that. I don't know how terribly exciting this is, me working on this page, but, you know, I'm having a good old time. How are you, Golden? I want Sai to fall down some stairs. Yeah, you're asking for the acrobatic character to be clumsy. Good luck, man. Good luck. Screw that dude. That's bullying. Stop bullying. Pack's over here protecting their man. He could do nothing wrong. We have the Mukta and the Sai apologizer and the Mukta and the Sai hater in here. Could do no wrong. Steal your wallet. Sai the type to be riding the rail down the stairs. Absolutely. He's also the type just to jump off the stairs. In fact, he does it in one of the scripts. That's like one of the first things I have him do. Give or take. I think even my writers are like, of course he does. And I'm like, yeah, it's Sai though. Nah, did Chris leave? So, like, Mukta apology video win over his dead body. I had a severe lapse in judgment. Oh my god. Get out of here. Get out of here. Next thing you know, you're gonna give him a ukulele or something, right? I'm gonna get these draw-overs of apology videos with random thought characters. Nope, that bitch gets a violin. You guys are silly. One day I'll be good at backgrounds. I lie to myself. You know, I could have done fantasy. I could have done trees. I would have still sucked at trees, but you probably would have been able to tell that they were more of trees than anything, right? So he can play the saddest tune on the world's smallest violin. Okay, are you two just like in the same room with each other at this point? Like, I'm being bullied. I'm waiting to hear back from one of my friends, and she's not getting back to me. Drawing background sucks, my only weakness. Yeah, I feel that, but I still go and draw them because it's someone has to. I mean, I could hire a background artist, but like that's a lot of money. And And on top of that, people are just going to be looking at these backgrounds for like a split second and be like, wow, a city! And then like, oh, cool, Rufus doesn't have a shirt. Alright, like, you have to remember, especially in comics, like, people are reading for the story. They're not going in there being like, perspective here is wrong. There will be some people, of course, but, but when you put a himbo without a shirt on the next page, they kind of don't care. The hardest design is human Yoko, because she could literally look like anything. Have fun. Pac says, I don't know, you did say, I don't know if you did say, but I think you said Sai and Mukta used to get along as kids. Did they have anything they liked to do together? Well, Sai liked cooking with his mom. Mukta didn't so much like the mess of it. The boys would play random instruments when hanging out with their mom. Not that they were like, oh my god, this is going to be my life. But they liked being around their mom and entertaining their mom. I'm sure there'll be plenty of times for Rufus to lose his shirt. Flaffy, shush. We're talking about sweet things like childhood memories. Sai and Mukta loved running off. Okay, so you would have Soren, and Soren he wanted to be a politician. He wanted to be a politician so bad, but he didn't have the charisma for it. Shocker, Soren didn't have the charisma for it. People said he was a little brash. So he would drag the boys along to these meetings to where he was kind of a yes man to a lot of politicians. Because he was a little too brash to be a politician, and like, you know, the polls didn't trust him kind of thing. So he kind of became a yes man and would take care of like a bunch of different politicians and everything. And he would get on their good side. And he was pretty much always under the politician that was the winning politician. So that he would have, you know, jobs for his sons when they were old enough. Like he was getting spots ready for both of his sons to become the politicians he wanted. And as he's at these meetings and he's like, you know, doing his job and sucking up and getting coffee and yada yada yada, Sai and Mukta would be bored out of their minds, and you know, they're like 4, 6, you know, and they just run off. They would go run off in the building and be playing tag and like, you know, playing pretend, you know, cops and robbers kind of thing with like the little pew pew of, you know, the finger pew pews. And, you know, they would play tag, they go rollerblading, and I think one of the times that they went rollerblading, they knocked over some expensive stuff, and Soren was seeing red. So the boys were not allowed to go to places together because Soren saw that they were going to be disruptive otherwise. But they would go at home and they would play with each other in the bedroom, and while just to stay away from their dad, so that their dad wouldn't, you know, scream at them to keep it down. They would come up with like, you know, stories and scenarios, you know, kind of like verbal role play without understanding what role play was, kind of thing, playing pretend. And then Mukta got sick, and so a lot of things changed after that. Man, you guys always getting the angsty answers out of me, huh? But good question. Soren is a punk. Soren is a very bad father. Not a good dude. He claims he wanted what was best for his sons, and then he abandoned one of his sons. Angst. Yep, you guys love your angst. While 20-year-old me and my 30-year-old brother meow around the house. Here's the thing is, if you could get Mukta and, like, Sai to sit down without Sai trying to, you know, punch Mukta, and Mukta being an a-hole, genuinely, not saying Sai's not either, they would get along. It's a very complicated, messy relationship that they have as siblings. But they both have so much pride and competition put in them because of their father. So a lot of it is Soren's fault. Because of course. Flaffy says, I did have a headcanon that Sai and Mukta have a good memory of singing with their mother during a festival. They got trophies from it. They're not so much the singers, but that is a good, that is a good, you know, kind of idea of, like, memory and everything, is they did things with their mom. And they probably did win things. It's just they don't so much sing just because my actors don't so much sing. So I never wanted to put any of my actors in that position for people to be like, sing! And, you know, they're like, I don't know how. Like, the only one is, like, whenever Era does get cast, I will have to cast someone who can do opera. Or I'm going to have to do the thing to where anytime, you know, they're, like, at one of her performances and there's an opera singing and everything, I would have to hire an opera singer to sing those parts. You know what I mean? But again, I never wanted to have them, you know, sing. Because I know a lot of people are like, my thing's a musical, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not one for musicals. Not saying that musicals aren't good, but meow, 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 meow. And then my mom is yelling in Spanish to shut up. Yeah. What are they sayings? I'm confused on what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand that. Like, I know what a Saiyan is. I know what a Super Saiyan is. I don't understand, like, what that means. Flaffy, you can't do this to me. They can do Screamo it's easy. Oh, I'm sure Mukta's not going to, and I'm sure Sai does. Talking how prideful Sai and Mukta are. Well, yeah. It's also just dudes. Dudes have a weird ego thing with, like, competition and, like, all that weird stuff. They're just weird. I'm not saying all dudes, not saying that, but I've had, like, my own, like, experience with dudes and, like, competition and their pride, and I'm like, I personally don't think it's that big of a deal, but alright. I drew that wrong. No! Bigger up here because it is closer to the camera, and then it starts to get smaller. That one can be split. I drew that on the wrong line. And then you got like Rufus's siblings that they all get along. And they're probably in the same boat as you are, Pax, where like one of them's gonna meow and they're all gonna meow. Do your guys' OCs have any siblings? I'm not pointing at Victor Flaffy. I know that one in yours. But I think Rochelle had one, if I remember correctly. She has like a brother. Oh my gosh, their dad's trying to sleep while listening. Yeah, yeah. He so Alexander would come out to Tim, Dyer, and Rufus all meowing, stare at them as they look at him, and then he'll join them. And you have Step, who is sitting there on the couch rubbing his temples. Yes, Rochelle has a 5-year-old brother with a lung condition. Poor guy. He was born with them on the outside of his body. God. That's tough. That's tough to have like a condition like that. Isaac had a sister named Kyrie, but that loser lost her head, and stupid Isaac was 5 seconds late trying to save her. Why are you, like, pushing that off to the side like that's a nothing? My goodness. Damn. Like, all I have is, like, oh, Mukta got sick and then, like, you know, decided to listen to his father, and, like, they're a little bit strained on that. No, we got the younger brother with the lungs on the outside, and the sister who lost her head. My God. Wow. That, like, puts mine to shame. Because Isaac sucks and Demon Reflexes sucks. Okay, Pax. Be nice to him. Sheesh. His name is Mason, and the air he has that he breathes comes from rare flower that needs to be imported, so it costs a lot. But the funny thing is that the flower grows like weeds on Lunas. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. So then why don't they just go live on Lunas? It's a utopia. Isaac sucks so much that he was like found and died and stuff. Pax. Gotta be nicer to him. Flappy says, but Rochelle can't leave Sirawasa because of her agent and minor crime lord Sharon. Alright. Fluffy also says she's got her idol contract with him, so the thoughts have to figure out how to get her out of it. So she can't, like, send, like, her brother to Lunas with, like, a helper? Like, yeah, she needs to get out of that contract. Pax says he doesn't deserve nice things. He sucks. I hate him, and his boyfriend should broke up with him sooner. Isaac is no longer the most tee-hee. Hashtag Isaac Hate Club. What did he do to you? What did Isaac do to you? He's your OC. Fluffy says she really doesn't want to separate from her brother. Understandable. She's all that he has. The most trust to be with him is a babysitter, and those keep dying. Yeah. Hopefully they're not dying from him. Hi, Magnus Cat. Welcome in. We're just kind of talking about OCs right now. I like we have like the most chill music, but not the most chill topics. Nice. Can I talk about my OCs? Yeah, go ahead, Magnus. Pack says, and he need to follow a makeup tutorial. Okay, hold on. What I miss? He bit you, and he needs to follow a makeup tutorial. Hey, don't shame somebody for their makeup skill. Don't do that. Ray is asking, what happened to TBATF? I'm confused. I mean, we stopped doing the comic because we wanted to work on our own stuff. We weren't talking about it, so I don't know what the confusion is at the moment. Flaffy says, no, the babysitters keep disappearing, and that's why Rochelle asked Yuji, and by the extension of Rufus inside, to pick up her brother from school and watch him until she gets back from a music video shoot. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't like some extra thing. Pack says, well, maybe if Isaac used an eyeshadow brush instead of his finger, then maybe I'll be nicer to him. Hey, I have a few friends that do their makeup with their fingers. I don't fully agree with it, but I still love them. Isaac, Timu, Harley, Quinn, Kaiser. Really? They got Harley Quinn in there? You really got Harley Quinn in there. Timu as in like the shopping thing, and when I think Kaiser, of course I'm thinking Resident Evil, so like... That's funny. Did I draw her with the collar? Yeah, it's kind of there. I'm in his ex's side now. Boo, Isaac, he smells like pencil sharpener. Alright. Okay, new topic because Pax started it. What does your OC smell like? Go. Funny answers only. Mason likes Rufus the most because he looks like his favorite superhero, Captain Quartz. I misread that at first and I thought it said Captain Klutz. And I was like, aw. Captain Quartz, that's cute. Magnus Cat says, we'll have OCs separated by factions. The two main factions are Laura's team, Demon Cultist Hunters, who deal with various cult factions and random demons. And Mike's, Laura's son's friend, kids dealing with school bullies who are also split into cliques. Ooh, interesting. So, like, are the cults and the schools in on it together, or... Pax says, pencil shavings, cause he sucks, and old cologne. Alright, Pax. What does Axel smell like? Victor smells like light menthol cigarettes and sandalwood. Wait! I got ads! Wait! I guess we'll be right back after these short messages. I'm not even paying attention when the ads things are starting. I should. The bots take care of it for me now. Meanwhile, on Twitter, or not Twitter, on Twitch, they're all screaming. Oh, they're back. Everybody, stop talking about the awesome lore dump and the spoilers. Welcome back, though. Magnus continues with, well, there are demons in schools as well, but with special conditions, since in this world, demons are summoned against their will, and some are hellborn, meaning they're unwilling immigrants who can't return home and are forced to adapt. Ooh, that's rough. Flaffy continues with theirs of, I can talk about the biohuman OC fibers since I just made them. Fiver is very attached to Yoko because they see her as very pretty and wants to be as pretty as her. Aw. How did they come across Yoko? My coffee should not be making me tired. Boo. Her pinky is really long. Yeah, wrong one. But the thing is, Fiverr looks like an anomaly creature. Yoko can't put all the makeup on them, but Yoko can put all the makeup on them and put them in a dress and heels, but they will still look off-putting. Dang. I like how, like, all of these OCs keep finding the thoughts. I think that's really funny. And Magnus, how long have you been working on your story? Yeah, it seems like you have a lot of thought in it. I always feel like, oh yeah, I'm faster and like better at inking, but like I'm not fast. I'm not fast at all. It makes me sad, but I like inking. I think it's very soothing, and I think that's the other thing is I'm like so relaxed right now doing this. And my brain's like, we're relaxed, we should go to sleep. And I'm like, no, we just had coffee. I don't want to go to sleep. I did have a very busy day at work, though, so that probably is what is happening. But Magda says, I've been working on it for almost 6 years. Wow. Where I've been changing the concept and a lot of stuff throughout the years and until finally deciding on something. You know, that's completely fair. It's completely fair instead of trying to like run with it. Flaffy said, how did Fiverr come across the gang? Yuji literally found them in the trash and decided, I'm going to take you home. Sai tells the others that Fiverr is just made to be cattle, and Yoko steps in like, nope, I'm giving them a purpose. Good on Yoko. Good on Yoko for that. Beyond Golden says, I'm imagining my OCs if they do meet the crew of Thought, but Victoria will be the only one hiding behind Rosso, or hide in an alley, crossing her arms, listening while wearing her hood, hiding her face. Interesting. Is she just that shy, or is there something else to it? Fiverr was literally born yesterday. There is an innocent, they are an innocent, curious soul. Candy does teach Fiverr how to cook and clean. That's nice. I'm sure Sai's gonna be like, cool, they can clean my apartment. And Candy's gonna be like, no. Spoiled man. Yes, Sai sees Fiverr as a servant, and Fiverr doesn't really have the ability to say no. Goodness, that man. Well, Victoria, shy, yes, but mostly avoiding one specific person in the crew, but respectfully. Is it Sai? Because I would avoid him too. In fact, I might just, like, pelt him with a few pebbles every so often. let's see. Magnus Cat says, and yes, it is both a teenage drama comedy story and a gory action demon hunting story that happen at once from the perspective of a mediocre mother with a combat expertise and a naive yet cunning and strategic son. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Golden says maybe, but no. Sai will annoy her. Sai, yeah, no, he will. He annoys everybody if you stick around long enough. Every time. My nose always gets so stuffy at this time of night. I wonder why. You know, I could just, like, look it up and be like, why does my nose get stuffy at night? But, like, I just never do. I'll probably do it when I'm, like, about to go to bed and should be asleep, and then I'll be on for, like, an extra few hours because of it. Sounds about on brand for me. Remake of Yakuza game coming out soon. Very excited. Very excited. I love the Yakuza series. It's so strange. I do have a scene from the Christmas comic when Mukta grabs Sai, Fiverr just picks up Mukta like a grumpy cat. And when Mukta orders them to put him down, Fiverr goes, okay, and launches him into the crowd. Let's go. Yeet that man. This doesn't look right. Oh no, we're starting to approach the Jax where Jax goes, this doesn't look right, and then redraws it like multiple times. It's always fun. It's always super fun. Have to check. Supposedly the last Fallout episode was supposed to come out today. Supposedly. I thought the episodes came out on Wednesdays. So I may watch that before bed. Again, feel free to tell me anything you want to tell me about your OCs. I am in listening mode. The fact that you're called Jax and the PNG tuber looks like a purple bunny. Okay, look, I had the name Jax before that purple bunny was ever, like, freaking out there. So, like, he can screw off. And my Sona is a bat. Because I'm a little spooky. Thank you very much. I'm over being here heckled. Like, the only time people had the name Jax, and I remember me going around being like, okay, I prefer to have the name Jax now. Everybody's like Mortal Kombat? That Jax? That was the only Jax. That was the only other Jax. And then the purple rabbit comes out, and then, ooh! Again, I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm just kind of making a scene. But no, my little Sona is a purple bat. Well, it's a purple bat here, because of the sci-fi stuff. But yeah. If you want a purple bunny, you should go to Ashley over on the Farfetch team. She's got a purple bunny Sona, and it's very, very cute. Flappy continues with Sai asking Fiverr to clean, and them going okay, and throwing out all of his alcohol and specialty magazines. I stare at the camera. I stare at the camera, Flappy. You're really, really trying to get me in trouble today. Yes, I am. What it to ya? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? Why are you bullying me? Yeesh. I'm getting bullied by everybody. uh, you killed Vlad. Yeah, I did. What's it to ya? Isaac just wants a friend. He's completely alone after everything happened. So he just spotted Rufus down the street, chose him as a friend because he said so, and boom. Yeah, and the problem is Rufus would agree to it without realizing what he agreed to, I'm sure. That man is not very good at reading contractual agreements, it seems. Magnus says, now I imagine your bat Sona in a fetal position getting hit by the chat messages. Look, if I could, I would, because that sounds really funny. At this point, I feel like Yzma, where she gets turned into the piñata. That's what I feel like. So funny. You guys are so funny. This freaking nose! I swear, every time. Golden says, I can see Victoria having a good relationship with Rufus a lot, like Tigerness and Po vibes, if you know Kung Fu Panda. Oh, okay. I'm guessing he's Po. Because him trying to be Tigress would be really funny. He would be very, very honored to be Poe. Except the problem is he probably thinks pandas can actually talk. Let's hear it for the man who has no chance. Pax says, congrats, Rufus. A new friend. Here's what to know. He's always watching, random biting, skipping around you as you walk, watching you when you sleep. He's Poe and Victoria's tigress. Okay. Flaffy says, I think one of the big goals for Fiverr is just learning about feeling in the world around them. They ask the gang the meaning of happy and friend. Ooh, friend, Rufus can answer. Happy, yeah, no, you pick like the most depressive group. Good luck, Fiverr. You're on your own. And their creator happens to be a very depressed individual. So, like, that's a fun one. Oh, I can't wait to draw meat puppets. I want to draw meat puppets so bad. I just have to be good. I have to wait. I pout in my corner. I want to draw meat puppets. Their dress are cool. Sorry. I like monsters a lot. I think they're fun. I think they're neat. Alright, let's see. Magnus Cat says, back on the OC talk, there's also a faction that's basically a group of demons who have the privilege of traveling to Earth and kill cultists to stop the summonings. And personality and character dynamics wise, they're basically a parody of Imp from Hell of a Boss. Interesting. What do you mean by that they're a parody of that? Because, I mean, technically imp is already like a parody of like a lot of like Demon Hunter kind of like shows and such. So like, how is it a parody of that? Again, legitimate question. Pax says, and most importantly, scratching the door, begging to be let in the house. What is he gonna do? Curl up on his chest and go to sleep? If you don't, he'll launch himself inside through the window. Have fun! I swear, this is like the ads for like medicine, where it's like, oh yeah, take this this tablet for depression. Also, this tablet may cause depression and suicidal thoughts and dyslexia and diarrhea and blah 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 blah. Like, there's like more things wrong with it than like what it's gonna fix, right? Flappy says, well, Fiverr does die saying they're happy and that they're friends with the Four before getting their head sliced off by a closing door. Well, giving the gang a chance to escape from where they were. My God. No one's allowed to be happy. No one. No one's allowed to be happy because you just get decapitated. You see, this is what happiness gets you. That is the moral of the story. Don't be happy. You'll get decapitated. Jeez. My heart. Okay. I don't feel like drawing, but I'll hang on for like another 15 minutes talking to you guys about your OCs before I kind of hop off. So we'll just go into intermission mode and just talk. How about that? Oh, haven't had this channel or this scene up in a while. Okay. Let's see. Pax, are you sleeping? Rufus, yeah. Isaac, it's okay, I'll wait. I still imagine he is like perched up on like the chiseled chest that is Rufus, curled up on it, and Rufus is trying his best. He's trying his best to be like, okay, my new friend is weird. I gotta try. And he's trying to sleep. And then Isaac starts doing the cat thing, you know, where they're making biscuits on his chest. And Rufus is just like not having it, but he's really trying to be nice at the same time. Oh man, I'm still sad about Fiverr being decapitated after they said they're happy. That hurts. Fiverr's favorite thing about Sirawasa is all the colors. Me too. There wasn't much color in the artificial womb and the human farm. Well, you don't really need color when you're just trying to produce meat. Yeah. Heavy, heavy. Stop it! Isaac actually makes biscuits. How does he make biscuits? Wait, no, what do you mean he made actual biscuits? Oh my god, you guys are too much. Here, you know what? You know what? Just for you guys, we'll zoom in on Yuji's really funny face. There we go. We get to have this for intermission. I have to like be good about this page, not to just draw the characters, because then I won't touch the background, and then I'll like put this page off to the waist side, the wayside. I'll put it off to the wayside and just not even finish it. Which I need to get it done. I need to get all of it done, right? He's a hard worker running his bread shop. Magnus continues with, to put it simple, the Millie of the group is a stealth ninja who can go into berserk mode and become a big muscular paladin. The Moxie of the group is a sorcerer who can activate berserk mode on Millie among other strategic spells. The Luna is also a secretary, but here's a weird twist I have in mind. She's cheating on both the Moxie and the Millie. That's sort of what I have in mind right now. Interesting. Sounds like it's got like a messy relationship stuff going on in there. Golden says, I don't know what else to say. I'm just to be here in the corners with my OCs. Always shy, being I am. I mean, you don't have to feel like you have to talk about them, but I mean, you could tell me like what their favorite food is, like what kind of shampoo do they have, what's their favorite scent or their favorite colors. You don't have to like tell me anything like super deep. You could just tell me like some of the little quirks and everything that they have. I mean, those things like help make characters as well. Is like trying to figure out like what is their arcing goal, and like do they ever actually achieve that goal. Like take for instance, you have Rufus. Rufus's goal is he wants to be known as a hero. He wants to be loved as a hero and everything, but he doesn't really know what that means. Does he ever achieve being a hero? Does he give up on the dream and settle for something else? Like there's things like that to consider for your characters as well. Is like what drives them? Why do they have to do this mission? Why do they have to prove themselves? And I think that's really fun. And it's not something like you have to go like, you have to tell me what your OC's doing. But like, it's just fun little things. And then just being like, oh yeah, Rufus generally puts his shoes on the wrong feet almost every day. Like, he still has not gotten his left and his right down. I'm pretty sure I've already told you guys this bit about Rufus. The R on Rufus's name is backwards because he doesn't know how to write a forward R. So his family and support went and changed his name to have a backwards R. So, yeah. I'm sure I've already told you guys that. Like, Yoko was the most affected by Fiverr's death because she was so close to making them their own person. Aw, yeah. That's really gonna suck because, like, Yoko still has an understanding of death, but doesn't have an understanding of death. So, like, seeing someone who is dead and you can't just bring them back and you just can't reboot them, that's tough. Pax says it's all fun and games until Sai hears Isaac's tee-hee ass laugh in a dark hallway. Sai is the type to where he's going to, like, you know, where you turn off the light and you sprint as fast as you can to the bedroom to get in your bed before the boogeyman gets you. He would be the type to do that, especially if he heard a tee-hee in the hallway. He'd also be the type to pull out his knife like, okay, let's do this. So, like, it depends on how drunk he is. Flaffy continues with Sai pours like a drop of alcohol for Fiverr. Come on, Sai, you can do more than that. Magnus continues with, yeah, this concept I have is a mix of things I'm putting together and find some form of harmony so they can fit in the same universe and more precisely in one city, that being San Francisco. Very nice, very nice. Well, keep at it. Keep at it. Sorry, again, my nose is like all stuffed up and I'm like really trying not to in the mic. I really apologize about all that. I just hate being nasally. Is Sai afraid of the dark? No, he's not afraid of the dark. It's what's in the dark. And especially after Sierra Wassa and the meat puppets, you start to get afraid of what's in the dark. No, he's not afraid of the dark. But I like watching those TikToks where the guys like hit the light and then they're like sprinting up to the stairs to their bedroom and somebody's in a black morph suit chasing them up the stairs. Let's see. Is Rufus sorta illiterate? I feel you should make a tier list with your OCs by their intelligence levels. Rufus is a little, like, he can read now, but definitely when he was a kid, he struggled with it when he was a kid. He really struggled with it. He's not illiterate now, but, like, he struggled with it as a kid, and his parents already knew he was having, like, a hard time, and, like, there was some trauma that happened in the family, and they were seeing that he was kind of taking it really hard, so they decided, hey, let's just make it easier on him, and let's just change his name to this so that he, you know, doesn't feel bad or any worse than he already does about stuff. Like, they coddled him in a way, and they probably shouldn't have. But, you know, he went through a lot, and they were trying to figure out, like, oh God, what do we do? What do we do to fix that? So that's, like, one of the few things is Rufus just believes the R's are supposed to be backwards because his name is like that. He just doesn't understand why he sees the R backwards everywhere. Or his backwards, you know what I mean? Flaffy says, Fiverr's tall ass standing in the corner while the lights are off and Sai is just staring. Yeah. Yeah. Fiverr's gonna be in one corner and Isaac's in the other corner and Sai's just gonna be like, I'm not drunk enough for this. I'm not drunk enough for this. Pax says Isaac would have so much fun with that. I would hate this so much. The worst part is Zippy would join in. Zippy would join in to chase him. Like a cat. Goobers. You're all goobers. All these OCs are goobers. Good old stretch. Golden says, okay, Goldie and Victoria are similar that they hate being a failure even when they have a lot of support, and also hate attachment even though they have families too, but trying to save people they couldn't save before. Okay. So, in the past, have they failed saving people, and so they're just afraid that they're going to keep letting it happen? Or is it they've always achieved perfection, but, like, it's hard maintaining that perfection? Like, where does it go on there? Flaffy says, I'm not sure whether or not if I want Fiverr to not be able to eat, but will eat a meat puppet. Interesting. Why would they eat a meat puppet? Like, what nutrition do you get out of that? Also, do you want to eat a meat puppet? Because they're technically infected meat. Interesting. It keeps darkening. Alright. Oh, wow. It says it's 9:41 here and my computer is lying to me. Wow. Which one's lying? Is it my tablet or my computer? I feel like it's my tablet. I feel like my tablet's lying to me. Yes, it is my tablet lying to me. Wow, tablet. Way to gaslight me. Way to gaslight me, tablet. Let's see. Yeah, when they were very young, Golden says. Okay, okay. That pic of Mukta. Yeah, that's from, like, the big promo pic. Which is kind of that picture, that promo art is, it actually has, I think, like, the first 5 chapters, kind of on it, if you look at it, and that's all I'll say. Isaac's the guy to scare somebody during a scary movie, going up behind someone, yelling at someone's face, during a quiet scene, or hiding and doing an evil-ass laugh. Yeah, that would just be Rufus. You'd just be scaring Rufus. Everyone else would be staring at him like, come on, man, we're watching a movie. Alright, so my time is up. This was fun. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I know I didn't get a ton done, but I really appreciate it. Again, I will see you guys on Sunday. We'll continue back on to doing comic sketches and whatnot. And yeah, I love hearing from you guys. I love, hearing about your OCs and such. Magnus Cat, my DMs are not open. If you would like to talk about your OCs, there is a channel for your OCs. I believe it's just an OC channel on the server. I could be wrong. But you can always go talk about your characters there, but my DMs are not open to the public. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Do take care of yourselves. Stay warm if you need to. Drink water. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and you guys are awesome. I love hearing about your stories. You guys are really funny and very creative. I'll catch you later. Bye!